the Guardian of Leader. Today we're at the Florida State Fair and let's get started on our tanks.
All right, so really quick before the kids get started on their tanks today, I'm gonna do a quick tour. I thought the plant section was really nice and worth showing off. And Bill showed me this one plant where all the leaves look like dolphins. And I thought that was so cool. So I think that one is probably the neatest plant I've seen here. But we're at the Florida State Fair at the Aquarium Beautiful contest. It's just a local contest here in Florida where everybody sets up their own tanks. This one is almost always here. It's a classic. They set it up a little different every time inside. There's tons of different categories, from planted to fake to biotopes. Here we got the kids' tanks. They're about to get started. It's kind of a low year because of COVID. We don't have that many entries. Last year there was 75. This year there's only 44. We got people working on tanks still. And then we've got some saltwater tanks and a couple more tanks. And as people get started and fill out the rows, I'll give updates. And me and Shelby will be doing our tanks tomorrow. All right, so there we have it. We've got Jayden's tank finished. I think this is his third attempt at the Florida State Fair. He won it on his first attempt, and I think he got second last year. So he's done quite well this year. And then this is Layla's first attempt. This is her first aquascape that she's done. She did a tank before at the Aquatic Experience, but it was just with glow plants, so nothing alive. And then me and Shelby will set up our tanks tomorrow. And we got a couple more tanks set up, but I'm sure there'll be a lot more set up tomorrow and on Tuesday. All right, so we're back at the house here. This is Shelby's entry for the Florida State Fair. We've got a cup of water here. We're gonna catch as many of the shrimp as we possibly can, drain the water, and we'll show you guys our little trick how we move our tanks without ruining any of the landscape when traveling long distances. All right, so we got most of the shrimp in the cup. There's still a few left in the tank, but we're starting to drain it now to make it easier to catch them. When it's down to the last inch, we'll scoop up the last few. All right, so now the shrimp are all caught. The water's completely drained out. We're gonna start stuffing it with paper towels. The paper towels will keep all the plants nice and humid, as well as keep all of the sand, rocks, plants, and wood in place to stop them from moving, because we're gonna be traveling about an hour and a half till we get to the Florida State Fair, and then it probably takes 15 minutes to get everything unloaded and onto the table where we're setting up the tanks. So this will give us plenty of time. We've done this to even longer trips all the way across country to Chicago with no problems. All right, so that's what it looks like when it's ready for transport. As we put on the paper towels, we just kind of layer it and mist it with the water as well. and the tank's ready to be transported. Alright, so we're here at the fair. We got the lights for the kids' tanks. And Shelby's tank is moved, and then my tank is yet to be in place. We'll get these paper towels out and fill this tank up so Shelby can work on it, and we'll get the shrimp into these tanks for the kids. Alright, so there you have it. Shelby's tank with all the yellows. My tank with all the blue diamonds. And then Layla wanted greens, so we gave her a bunch of green jades. However, they're not going to look the greatest on the substrate. And then Jayden got the reds. So we were lucky everybody wanted a different color. Everybody's tank came out great. And these are our tanks. And then we'll just quickly go around the other tanks at the fair. This one finished up. There's several different categories. This one's a novelty category. You've got non-planted, aquascaping with no live plants. And we've got all the plants. And this tank is finished. Another scape here. We've got a nice little kitty clock. Novelty. I got more tank setups. We got some leaks.
Yeah, buddy.
Saltwater. Some rams. Back to saltwater. And back to freshwater. And then the last tank right there. So hopefully we'll have some more people show up. Usually there's a lot more tanks, but again, because of coronavirus, not that many people came out, or maybe it's just the wrong time of the year. So this is it for this video. The next video we'll come back, we'll show off the fair and all the tanks, and when we do that, everything will be scored and have prizes and awards on it all. So we'll find out how we did. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for future content.